welcome back to my channel. So if you saw last week's video, which was my Q2 plan with me, then you are probably already aware of what this week's video is going to be, which is my April plan with me. So we are in the first month of, well, when April starts. It's currently March, but when April starts, we are in the first month of Q2, and I'm actually really excited about all of the goals that I kind of set out for myself for Q2. So if you haven't checked out that video, I will link it up, whichever side it ends up going. I will link it up top so that you can check it out. And yeah, so for April, I don't have any idea what I want to do for a color scheme. I don't have any idea what I want to do for a quote. And so I thought that I would do a setup that I haven't done in a little while, which is to do sort of a live plan with me. So my plan is to set up everything with you live and not really do any time lapses and like kind of chat with you as I'm kind of setting stuff up. And that means that the recap at the end will be a little shorter because I will have kind of already done everything with you as we go. So let's keep the intro short for once and head on over to the table. So let's take a look at March before we dive into planning April. Oh my gosh, I have stuff every which way. So I am going to find the front page there. So here is March with our very, very sunny color scheme, which I do really like, even if this is still super weird to me, but whatever. So March has been going pretty well. I have been filling in, trying to kind of hit the highlights of what I did on any given day. Let's see, today I actually also ran some errands and I've been filming. And in terms of other filming, oh my gosh, if you could see my table, it is just so very chaotic right now, but that is typically what happens on a filming day. So I filmed my Q2 plan with me and we're working on April. So I've done 2 no work weekends so far. I've put the final week, so week 13, in parentheses because there's only 3 days and so I don't actually have the weekend, but I didn't want to like forget that like that was technically still part of March. Anyway, so I have 2 more weekends left, so basically this weekend and next weekend, so we'll see how that goes, but we're definitely off to a good start. Where is my copper pen? So we can actually go ahead and do, we're basically halfway through. And then Talk to Me in Korean, I've done 3 lessons and I have basically 5 that I need to do this month in order to finish level 5. So I have 2 more left to go, which is really great. And I have been doing YouTube backlog. We'll only do that one little line through because I need to do a bit more filming and editing and all of that kind of fun stuff. And I have actually worked on creating. So I did a little bit of font stuff in February, but I haven't done anything in March yet. I started embroidering a beret. I've been doing some sewing. I cut out a bunch of projects and I've actually left it as like half open because I want to cut out a couple more. But if I get to the end of the month and I don't cut any more out, like that's totally fine. And yeah, I think that is everything for the monthly spread. Then going into my trackers, let's go ahead and just open up this side so you can kind of see, and then we'll go to this one. So monthly tracker, I am doing pretty well so far. I've actually got a really good streak for sewing going. I've been trying to do between, I think normally I do about 30 minutes to an hour of sewing in the evening during the week. And then on the weekend, I usually do a bit more, although last night I actually only did about 10 minutes because I got working on something different. But yeah, actually like more of this is filled in than I feel like normally is, even though I'm usually pretty good with my tracker. Like I feel like even more is filled in this month. I've only missed 1 morning skincare, 1 day of doing dishes, and 1 evening skincare all month so far, which is kind of awesome. I have already read 4 books this year. These are all audiobooks. I am still working on the Diary of Anne Frank. I'm like almost a third of the way through, I think. I'm working on 2 other audiobooks that I need to kind of finish up, but we'll see. So I've hit my goal for the month. I've just been reading kind of typically quite a bit more than my goal of 4 books per month. So we'll see how much I end up getting before the end of the month. I do still have this space. I probably am going to do like what I did for February, which I think I did actually recently post on Instagram just to kind of follow up of all my February spreads, but this is what I actually ended up going with for the review at the end of the month. I just sort of centered it in the middle of this open space because I didn't need the rest of the space for other stuff. So assuming assuming that I don't have a burst of reading and I don't need to use this for a reading tracker, I will probably do something similar for the review at the end of this month. Then I have my anti-racism checklist. So I need to check on this because I've actually updated the 2 monthly contributions that I want to make. I'm keeping the NAACP, but I wanted to change out for the Trevor Project because that is an organization that I've wanted to support for a while, and I decided that it made more sense to go for 2 that I feel like really, really strongly about, as opposed to Campaign Zero, which I have contributed to for several months, but I was just ready to kind of do a change in my monthly contributions. And then I have done some petition signing and some emailing of letters, but the other stuff, honestly, there's some of this stuff like diversify at this point. I don't even fill this out anymore. But if you were to look at the people that I follow on Instagram, like I don't only follow white people on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like it just feels weird to pat myself on the back for something that I should be doing and that I do. The one exception that I will kind of make to that is in terms of like reading material, I do kind of make more of a focus on that just because in terms of the way books are presented at the library or like when you do searches for them, it is not necessarily as obvious that you are reading a diverse from diverse authors, and it's not always a very diverse recommendation based on what you like to read. So I do still kind of make an effort to diversify in terms of reading, but the fact that I don't fill in all of these things doesn't necessarily mean that I don't do any of these things at all. It just kind of might not be in a way that feels like easy or relevant to track. I don't know. Anyway, so working on this, I did actually remember to print out my one for next month because we all know that I frequently forget to actually print that out because most of the stuff I just do in here. It's the only thing that I have to print out in order to put in, and I frequently forget. So I remembered, yay. That is tracker and all of that. Then in terms of our weeklies and dailies, things are going well. So this was my sort of pink lemonade sort of week. Had a lot. I planned to film this first week of March and I did not. So I had a lot of open things to kind of transfer, but otherwise, honestly, I really just love this setup. I love this setup so much. So this was my red and copper. I did pick some weird colors in terms of combinations and like things being actually legible, but I think we made it work. So then we are up to this week, which I ended up doing a drop shadow in teal under the yellow because it was super hard to read even for me just in person. Like I just felt like my eyes skipped over that yellow brush pen. So I went ahead and I did a drop shadow just so it would be a little bit more like vibrant looking. I have left one spread to do the last week in March. So if we look over here, this is our current week, and then next week, and then the final week is only 3 days, so I will be doing that in April. That's just the way that I split it. Anything that has 4 days or more goes in the new month or in the old month, depending on how that falls. So it will go in the new month, so that means I only need one more spread. Now, last week I set up my Q2 spread, so I do actually already have that ready to go, and I do have this one extra page that I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll need another collection for something at some point, like we'll see. So I have my Q2 stuff, so if you want to see more in depth about that, definitely check out last week's video because I'm just going to kind of go past this. This is going to be a long video anyway since we're not going to time-lapse stuff, and that means that April is going to start right here. Now, for April, what are we gonna do? I have no idea. So I have already done, let's see, January we did gray and copper. February we did, whoops, somewhere over here. Oh my gosh, I can't get my pages. There we go. February we did fairy tale, like teals and pinks and purples. And then in March, we did the sunrise, sunset kind of situation. So I figure let's pick a color scheme first and then find a quote. I don't know, we'll do it that way. So let's move this out of the way. I've got a couple of my, oh no, there we go. I've got a couple of my pens. Let's actually zoom out. That helps a little bit. So this is my set of Tombows. As you can see, I do have a couple of empty spaces, basically just for my color code stuff. And I have my Tombow or my Pentel sign pens because I do like to have a couple of Tombows and then like maybe a Pentel sign pen. So I have some different like brush lengths. So let's see, I'm gonna get a piece of scrap paper. I actually brought some, which is good. I don't always remember to do that. So I've done grayscale and copper, kind of a blue purple tealish situation and like really bright colors. So in terms of the rainbow, what have we not done? Like a deeper green. I'm like, my eye is being drawn to this one or this one. Maybe we want to base it off of a chartreuse. That might be fun. All right, so hold on. Lefty, gotta put these over to the side. So let's take a peek at this one. You know what? We are absolutely gonna do chartreuse this month. Yes, okay. All right, first color decided. I just want to check this one. I don't think I've ever used it. Ooh, what if we do like spring blossoms? So like 2 different bright greens and then maybe like a slightly deeper green and like ooh, how do we feel about, let's see. Wait, what if I just do a green scale? Because then it's like spring, like new growth. Sorry, gotta get them all together. So it's sort of a gradient of greens, which also has fabulous alliteration. I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a gradient of greens and we're gonna do some kind of like super duper springtimey quote. Also, let me just do, I think what we'll do is I'll pull out my green Pentel sign pen just so I have like a finer one. Ooh yeah, we're gonna do that. I don't think I've ever done a truly like green color scheme. We love. Okay, so that was fast and that was easy. So in terms of a quote, what are we gonna do? And actually it's fitting because I have my teal case on my phone. So I am gonna just do spring quotes. Let's see what we have for spring quotes. And I always end up taking from Goodreads because I just like having book quotes. Ooh, I've absolutely done this one before. Spring is the time of plans and projects. And you know what? I've done this before, and I know I've done this before because this one just like speaks to my soul. And I feel like, yes, we're just gonna do this quote again. Yes, okay. I'm sorry, if you wanted this to take longer, it's really not. Some months I just kind of know what's going on, and I think I mentioned this in my Q2 plan with me that spring is the time that like my soul just wakes up and I just have so much energy and I just want to do all of the things and like, yeah. So that is why my brain is just like firing on all cylinders right now. So that is the one we're gonna do. I feel like this actually works really well for like new growth and like fresh ideas and like, yes, we're gonna do this. So that was easy for once. So, oh no. Oh no. So the one thing I did forget to get are my overlay tapes, which I will go and get those, and a pair of scissors when we get to that. But for right now, we can focus on the quote. So I just wrote down the quote really quick over here, and I think that it's really short, which I love. It's fine. But I think what we're gonna do is like 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, and 4 lines. I think we're gonna do 4 lines and like really spread it out. And I think that I'm gonna do, kind of want the chartreuse to be like my base. So I think maybe I wanna do the chartreuse one for spring and do like a drop shadow. And then maybe do the Pentel sign pen with this and do like these 2 words as smaller ones. And then do this, and then, oh wait, no, I probably should have done the other one first. There, and like switch the, oh no, that'll work. So do this one, this darker one, and then the darkest one. And then it'll be kind of like a gradient going down. Okay, we're gonna try it. I hope that, was that clear? I don't know. So spring is the time of plans and projects, and then LEUCHTTURM, yeah, all right, we're gonna do that. So I think we're gonna do, I think we're actually gonna do a bit of a different S than I normally do. And I don't know how this is gonna work. This might look terrible. It's gonna be so invisible until I do the drop shadow. I can actually, I can see it. And you can see it more than I thought you would. Yeah, okay. There. Excuse you. And then we're gonna do, wait, are you in the right order? No, you're not. I'm making sure my pens are staying in kind of the right order. I'm gonna do spring, so then is, oh, I do this every single time. And you know what? It's fine, it's whatever, but we are gonna do that differently. So we're gonna do time. Oops. Oh, I don't like that at all. That was terrible. There we go. And then we're gonna do plans. And actually projects is probably gonna have its own line. Yeah, we'll deal with that later though. We're gonna move it over because plans is gonna be a little bit longer than time, I think. And we're gonna do that S. I don't like that S, but it's fine. We're fine, all is well. Ooh, got a little thick on my upstrokes there. It happens. Okay, and then we're gonna fill in with the green Pentel sign. So is the time. And I think I'm actually gonna do block letters, or do I wanna do simple script? We're gonna do simple script, so. Time of plans. Ugh, I don't like where this is going, but it's fine. And we have a period at the end. And then I think what I'm gonna do is tie in the top at the bottom by doing Leo Tolstoy in chartreuse. And then I'm gonna do my drop shadow, I think in this color. I don't want it to be the darkest one, but like the midway. So let's, yeah, I think we're gonna do it like that. And this is one of those things I just always start at the end of the word. One, because then it means I'm not dragging my hand through stuff I've already written, because lefty, and it's easier for me to see what I'm going because I'm moving away. But it's just kind of one of those things I just do naturally. There. And my battery is dying, which is super. Love. I will probably use the battery dying as the excuse I need to go and get my overlay tapes. So that works. There. So, oh dear, you're venturing. It's a little too far away from my line, but it's fine. Okay, so. And I actually think I'm just gonna leave it very simply like that. I kind of like how simple that is. Okay, and then we need to do April. I think I'm actually gonna do April in this one. And how do I wanna do April? So wait, it's this one, yeah. I feel like because this is actually relatively centered, I mean, I have a little bit of space at the top here. I could have started a little higher up, but I think because it's relatively centered, I'm just gonna do it in the middle here. I think we're gonna go simple. It would be simple. April. And I think we're gonna do a drop shadow. Yeah, I hate this already. No, I regret everything. Actually, though, I kind of do. But Why did I think this was going to be a good idea? No. Ugh, that L is awful. I don't like that at all. A little bit better. Okay, but like stop messing with it. Okay, and we're just gonna do 2021. Very, very tiny, but we're actually gonna do it with this one. No, we're not. We're gonna do chartreuse. Cool. So there we have our little intro page. I kind of like how this came out. I don't really like how that came out, so oh well. Next up, we are gonna do our monthly. So wait, April has, 30 days? Pretty sure it's 30. Let me just check. Yes, 30 days, and it starts on a Thursday. Good to know. So 30 days in April. Let's do this one. Oh wait, I need March. Shoop. Okay, so let's make sure we are more or less lined up. So here and 30 days. Okay. And I actually think I want to try something that I normally don't do, and I might regret this, as honestly happens probably more frequently than I care to think. But normally what I do is I get my overlay tapes and I do them first, and then I use a black permanent marker to write over top of them. However, I kind of want to do, like, I don't want to have that, like, the black markings over here. I kind of want it all to be green. So we're gonna try it. So I said it starts on Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I have a Monday start. So we're gonna do here. And then we have, so 2, 4, 6, wait, is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes. Is this for sure longer than doing it the other way? Yes, but 2, 4, 6, 7, but it means that I get to have my more uniform color. 2, 4, 6, 7, there we go. Okay, do that, and then I'm gonna do, I think this one, and actually I'm gonna just do the bullet point on this one because I feel like it. There, and we'll do May just in the same color because why not? Okay, so now we have May. The problem is I still don't have my overlay tapes, but I'm gonna go ahead and just write out intentions, and then we'll kind of play it by ear. I think I'm gonna actually do intentions in this one. So I always forget, this particular Pentel sign pen puts down so much ink. Intention. Just make sure I get all the T's and N's. Always feel like I'm gonna miss one. There. And a little crossbar. And I think we're gonna go ahead and do, I don't think I've done this darker one. So we're gonna just do 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's completely arbitrary the way that I do my little boxes. They're just like roughly spaced. So we are gonna do this. We're actually gonna come back to this. I'm actually gonna do, I think, all of my spreads, and then I'll go back and lay down all the overlay tapes because I'm honestly just waiting. I think my battery is gonna die and I wanna keep working until the battery dies. So that's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the dark green for the outline, just for funsies. So got here, here, there, and there, and then it's 2, and then 2, 4, 5, and we're up like that. Okay. So this is one of those that I always like go in with the intention of drawing it in the least amount of lines, and then when I'm in the middle of drawing this spread, I realize that I'm just going about it so haphazardly. But because I was thinking about that, now I'm trying really hard to like actually do them a little bit more logically. Like all of my horizontal lines and now all of my vertical lines. But if you are a frequent watcher of my Plan With Me's, you will probably have noticed that I don't do it that way all the time. I just kind of go in willy-nilly. So, there. And then this is gonna be, no, I'm gonna do this one. So we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so that starts on Monday. Do the same thing, so 2, 4, 6, and 7, 2, 4, 6, and 7, and so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, so I need 10 more, so 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Nice. Nice and simple. Okay, so my battery finally died and I ran and I got my overlay tapes, so we are gonna be ready to go for the next part of the setup as soon as I'm ready for it. So, wait a second, which marker did I do? So this was 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so there is that. So now I need to write in, let's do week. That is not super legible, but in reality, I don't really need those particular markings. I know what they say. I'm gonna do this one. So, I don't know what that is. I was just, however I decided to write it. Okay, so let's do this one for my reading tracker. Oops, there. So our goal is always 4 books. And was our goal met? Good. So that is that. We need to fill in these. I've just realized that I don't really have a green pen. Like not a true green. I have teal, but I don't have a green pen. So why don't we do, why don't we do brown? Because like branches, I don't know, it works. So let's do our tracker. So on my week level, I do cleaning and sewing. And then on my morning, I have, did I take my meds, so like my allergy meds? Did I write in my journal? And did I do my morning skincare? And then in the evening, I have, did I write in my Some Lines a Day notebook? Did I do the dishes, like clean sink? Did I floss? And did I do my evening skincare? So very simple. I'm actually really happy with the sort of reduced tracking that I'm doing this year. Last year, I probably had a tracker that was about this wide, so I probably maybe 5 or 6 more things in there. And every once in a while, like, I go to fill in that on my tracker. Wow, those markers like really just got ink everywhere. Cool. So every once in a while, I'll go in and be like, oh yeah, I don't track that anymore. But it's also not something that I think that and I go, oh man, I wish I did track it. Like, it's fine. So I'm really happy with having sort of the reduced tracker. It seems to be working out really well and just like letting me focus on sort of the more important things. So that is fantastic. So actually, in terms of our setup, the last thing that we need to do is fill in our monthly with our stickers and paste in the anti-racism tracker. So we're gonna go ahead and do the stickers first, and then, because then I have to move stuff and get the paper cutter out. I've been doing the rainbow ones for a while, and I don't know, what do we feel about rainbow ones again? It feels very spring. Let's stick with the rainbows. Why not? Okay, so we need our vertical, which is, I think, this one. Yeah, I think this is the vertical. It's really hard to tell. Like, I don't know if you can see, but like it is almost impossible to tell which one is which, but I'm pretty sure this is the vertical numbers. Wait, now where's the end? Here it is. So, what did I say? It starts, oh, we don't care what day it starts on because I need 30 days. Haha. So wait, this is my little card. Yeah, these are my horizontal ones, so I can't really use any of those yet. So we are going to, first off, here's my scissors. So the first thing is I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off at 30 because I know that it's a 30-day month, so I don't need that 31. And then I'm gonna go up to the top. We're just gonna kind of, I'm sticking it sort of at the bottom of my bullet journal, just so it doesn't like flap around on me. And cut off, whoops, at 1. Okay, so this one we're done with. Oh, that didn't go down very well. There we go. So, whoop, try and get in frame. I do this one. So I know that I've got 4 days, so I just need to line up, because I can never see to line up the one at the top. I always have to start at like 4. But I think we actually did pretty, oh, look at that, that's so pretty. Okay, good. And then I said it started on a Thursday, so I need my vertical and I need to start on Thursday, which is, one of y'all. That's my monthly one. Oh, here it is. This is the one. Oh, I think that's where it is. Okay, gosh. Doop. Which means it's gonna stop on a Friday. But I'm actually gonna just start it at the top. So what I'm basically gonna do is cut off at Thursday. Wait, no. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yes. Okay, so I don't need Wednesday, I need Thursday. So we're just gonna cut it off at the top, and then I'm gonna have to cut the bottom off when I'm done, just because I'm not gonna trust myself to actually like eyeball which one I need to cut it off at. So there, and then Friday is my last one. Ta-da! Oh, look at that. That actually was honestly easier to place and like make sure I did it right than the way I usually do it. So good for me, I should probably remember that. Okay, so that is our first one. And then our tracker is gonna be our vertical, or our horizontal rather. So we're gonna start with the numbers again. I think it's this one. Up. So let's do here. Okay, so we end on 30. So this one I can cut off at the bottom because I know for sure I don't need it. Oops. Stick my extras there, and then, okay, can you stop twisting around, guys? Thanks. No. Okay. And cut it off at 1. There. So, and this one I obviously am gonna have to cut it. I think I have to cut it at 20, but I am not gonna mess with that until I place the rest of it. So, good. Okay. And then that means that this 21 to, are we good? I think we're good. Yes, okay. It's a little tiny bit crooked, but we're fine. And our, wait a minute. Is this it? Okay, come on. Oh, no. Okay, stop and pull. Thank you. Oh, this is my infinity one. So that means that I can just cut off. So I need up through Friday. Sorry, I just checked on my monthly. So I need up through Friday. So that means I'll cut off here. And then I'm actually gonna start at the end and go backwards. Since this one's an infinity one, it means that, oh, whoa, what's the what here? No. Okay, this one's not 5 millimeters. My other one is 5 millimeters. I thought this one was 5 millimeters for some reason. Okay, well, live and learn. All right, these are always like impossible to neatly wrap around again, at least for me. Oh dear. Oh, no, come on. Do what you're supposed to do. Thanks. All right, so where's my other one? Horizontal. No, what? Wait a minute, how does that? No, it's this one, okay. This is the one that has the hearts, and that one I know for sure is 5mm. I don't know why, I thought all of them were 5mm, but that one was off a little bit, so we're just gonna let it do its thing. All right, so I start on Thursday. Let's get us off the roll. Ooh, that actually went back, cool. There, and because I know I have to cut it in the middle anyway, I'm not gonna mess around with trying to do it. Nerds, I cut off Thursday. I needed Thursday. I'll just cut off that one and do it again. Oops. Oopsie daisy. There. And then this goes through Friday. There. And that. And honestly, rather than taking it off the end, I'm gonna take it off of this one because this is a full week, which is kind of cool. Yeah, we'll leave it. I might need a full week at some point, some other place. Don't think I have any others in that. All right, which one was it? Nope, I think it's this, nope. This one? Maybe. Finding the end. Silly me, thought for sure. Yep, I thought I got it and I like just barely cut into the T for Thursday, which was a silly move. And now trying to place the tiniest little piece. We got it though, we're good. Okay, so that's done. Let's go ahead and cut this down to size because I'm definitely not trying to fit an A4 paper in my A5 journal. That is not a thing we do. All right, so I feel like I'm a little bit off. I think I went a little, one of my lines was not entirely lined up perpendicular, and so I'm a little off on one side, but I think we saved it. So I'm gonna just do this the way I've been doing it because honestly, I really like this as a spread setup works really well. So why mess with what works? So it's on this side. And there. So I always like to make sure it sticks down really well, and then I usually will also kind of pre-crease this. Even though I don't use this part of the spread for a while, like basically until the end of the month, I do kind of pre-crease it and then just like leave it like that. So there is my spread. Let's do just a quick little flip through, seeing all of them together. This is still super weird. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's fine. So I actually really like how this came out, and I think that it's spaced out fairly well. I really didn't go all out with like drop shadows and all of that. I just wanted to do it on this one in particular just because that chartreuse is a lot brighter and I wanted to make sure it was still going to be legible. So, and I mean, you can still see the Leo Tolstoy down here, but it definitely does pop more if I do the drop shadow. But I like how that came out. And then we've got our April intentions, and then tracker, reading, and anti-racism checklist. And I'll probably end up having my review over here, but again, I will wait until I see kind of what I end up using on my spread in terms of how much space I need for my reading tracker and all of that. So I will say I love this color scheme. I think that just like the spring shoots, like it just is so nice and very different from the sort of in-your-face reds and pinks and stuff from last month. In terms of like what I'll end up filling out, I suspect I will probably keep the same intentions, but as kind of I usually do, I'm not going to fill them in quite yet. Yeah, the nice thing is, and the fun thing is that if I do keep Talk to Me in Korean on here, I will be starting level 6, which actually maybe what I want to do is, since I will be wrapping up level 5, maybe do a different intention in April and work on something else for a little while, still with the idea that I do want to keep up with my Talk to Me in Korean lessons, but maybe kind of focus on something different for a while. So we shall see. Oh, I will actually add in, so my holidays start on the 24th. So I always will do my holidays in a tombow. So you'll see like over here, these were the holidays. So they start on the 24th. And I just do a little line over here. And then what I'll have to do is add, check my calendar and see when they actually finish. And I will do that, I'll mark it like when I come back to school there so that I know when I set up for May. So we're just gonna do holidays. There we go. And I think I actually have a couple of bank holidays in April, so I'll have to check my work calendar for that. But I will, you know, I kind of fill in my monthly spread for the upcoming month sort of as I go. So I'll come through and I'll do whatever is in like on my monthly, and then I'll go through and I'll look at my work calendar and write those things in and then kind of fill in things as I go. But I just like to have the holidays on there so I know that I have that kind of to look forward to. So let's go ahead and jump back over and we'll do a quick little outro. So I hope you enjoyed having a sort of full-length plan with me. I know I've done a couple of those in the past, and I just kind of fell back into doing the time-lapse version because honestly it does go a little bit faster, but I feel like it is nice to sometimes have a plan with me where I sort of walk you through my entire thought process and all of that. And so I figured new quarter, why not do one of those styles of plan with me? And yeah, so if you have any comments or questions, let me know down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hey guys, so if you've made it all the way to the end of this video and are actually watching my end screen and you're not subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would. There's a little button right there for you to do it. And if you're interested in watching some more of my videos, I have links to 2 of my older videos off to the left there, so you can check those out if you would like to, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!